I've actually already recorded the first episode, but it low-key was like a flop. In the sense that, like, I feel like I didn't have it locked in. Not that you have to have a podcast locked in because you're just yapping to the masses. But I just feel like I couldn't give it my all. And I didn't have this amazing microphone. I mean, I did have this amazing microphone, but I didn't know how to set it up. So now we kind of have it together. So yeah, my name is Jessica. I'm 22 years old. I live in Bakersfield, California. Unfortunately, I was born and raised here. And this is my life, and we're just gonna yap about stuff that's been going on this week. More specifically, a job! Because, bro, I was so mad last night. I'm not gonna lie. I have, like, so much internalized rage, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. It's not good. I'm not saying it's a good thing, you know, but, I do have it. And I really realized that yesterday. Ooh, not me spitting. I'm sorry. Not me spitting. Anywho, sorry. I'm gonna say sorry a lot, and I'm gonna be really cringe, and I'm gonna, like, make a lot of meme references on, like, TikTok. And yeah, I'm very much chronically online, unfortunately. I'm trying not to be. Last month, I took, like, I think it was, like, a week or two off. Or something like that, or the month before. It's been a while, basically, but I took a week from Instagram, and honestly, I need that again, because it's not that necessarily Instagram is bad. Also, I'm so sorry for background noise. Everybody likes to go, like, 80 in a residential. Literally 2 cats have been killed in this freaking neighborhood on the same street. And I'm just saying, if you live near Challenger, I don't even care if I freaking, like, out myself or my location where I'm at. If you see me around, you see me around, you know. Shout out to the stalkers. Used to be one. We'll get there. But yeah, if you live near Challenger Park and you saw the cat, it was a black cat, then you know, like, what the fuck? I don't know why. If you live in this area, stop running up 80 miles, not only on Harris, but on these residential, this whole little neighborhood, this whole little cul-de-sac area, because it's actually ridiculous, and there's no reason for 2 cats to be killed on a freaking, like, resident suburban street. Like, it makes no sense, and it actually, like, makes me so mad. And I really hope Bakersfield puts more speed bumps. And, like, also because I live near the school, Loudon Elementary School, shout out to them. I used to go there as a kid. But there needs to be speed bumps not only there, but this whole neighborhood needs it, because people be whipping it on, like, the freaking little turn when you're near the Challenger. So anyhow, that's my little thing for that. If you're wondering why I have this name tag, sorry, I'm gonna get very sidetracked, but supposedly people love that, so here we go. And I feel like it's more natural for me to just be, like, bouncing off left and right. Also, I just got this coffee. We're about to go crazy. The ADHD is up. We are up. So that's what's up. Hold on. I low-key need to close my, like, lock my door, because I don't want them to come in here and then be like, hey. We're cooking fish tonight, so I don't think I'll eat something else. I'm gonna eat, like, garbage or something, because if you don't know, I absolutely dislike fish in terms of, like, tilapia, like, I can't even fucking say it. The tilapia, I don't like. I like shrimp, I like crab, I like lobster. Basically, like, I feel like the junk food of fish. Also, if you see my really dirty room, if I get up to use the restroom or whatever it may be, yeah, just, like, ignore that. Because it is what it is. Oh, my mom just texted the group chat. Hold on. Mama's calling. Oh. Okay, just told her I'm not hungry. Anyhow, so we can lock in. But what's it called? What was I gonna say? Let me just start off with this. We'll get to the job part. I mainly wanted to talk about this last night, and I was low-key gonna whip out somehow some configuration to try to record, like, a little episode to talk about jobs. A job! But I have this because this isn't, I just put this on me. It was on here. I stuck it on here, and then I stuck it on me because I thought it'd be cool. Anyhow, damn, blowing up my phone. Let me just, can we mute this shit, bro? All right. I went to a job fair yesterday. Hard Rock Casino. Let's have a word. If you're on the team, this is actually, it's how you take it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just going to say my opinion, and I hope this reaches the right people so that they can do better. Respectfully. Also, if you see me, like, I'm, like, not looking straight at y'all. I probably should be, but, like, kind of looking at myself. I should have, like, faced the camera differently. Anyhow. But I went to that interview, and it was absolutely buns. It was buns, bro. How are you gonna have an interview go from 1 to 5, and it literally lasts the whole duration? Like, you're there just waiting. They were not organized. Like, they should have done the math test first. Basically, I was trying to become a dealer, which a dealer? Yeah, I don't think so. I just went because my brother really wanted a interview for it, so and I thought, well, if I'm gonna be waiting, I might as well wait and, like, also try to get the job, even though, like, I really don't see myself. I could do, like, bartending, which is similar but not the same, because if you're a dealer, you're gonna have to deal with money and, like, yeah, I'm already not good at math, which I'm trying to get better. I need to go on Khan Academy and lock in. And I have this book that I'm studying currently that has math in it. Anywho, I basically failed the math portion because, bro, not only were they having you wait forever, they interviewed you on, like, an individual. Well, it was 2 people at one table with the interviewer. And then, they basically let everybody who, like, was talking to somebody, like, for a face-to-face interview through. So, I feel like that was so pointless. Like, how are you gonna get to know me, and you're not even gonna remember me? And then, the main thing that you're really looking for and testing people on whether you'll get the job is if you can do math. Which they didn't even tell you. Like, obviously, if you're going for this dealer position, they probably are gonna have some math, but, like, usually when you go to a normal interview, it's like, hi, how are ya? And then type shit like that. This was, hi, how are ya? Also, you have to do a math test that we didn't tell any of y'all beforehand, and you're gonna have to wait for, like, the whole duration of, like, 4 hours. And then if you don't get it, they're gonna give you a pamphlet that says, hey, yo, go to this other job fair that we have and, like, try for something else. And it's just, like, a QR code. I feel like that's so embarrassing and such a waste of time. Like, bro, it was just so bad. And the people, like, respectfully, there's this one dude who was like, oh yeah, I'm, like, the hiring manager. And I'm like, you're, like, one of the slowest people here. In terms of, like, getting movement, getting people moving, and, like, that's what I mean. Okay, no disrespect. In terms of, like, having this smoothly operate, and also, like, the CEO or, like, the official guy, he was, like, a really tall white dude in, like, a blue blazer and pantsuit dealio. He wasn't really, like, I don't know. All I gotta say is please do better, because having people wait 4 hours just to get denied, and then the main part of, like, if you're gonna get the job is, like, a math test. Y'all should have done the math. Y'all should have had plenty of tables, put all the chairs there, test everybody in, like, 2 groups, have your officials walking around and telling people, all right, we're gonna start the timer 10 minutes, put it on the freaking, because you guys had 2 TVs. I was very observing of this whole place. Like, there's nothing more that, when you're waiting that long, which never wait for an interview longer than an hour. That's my main point. Sorry, I'm going, like, 10 minutes on just yapping and freaking getting mad at this place because I'm just annoyed, like, of this organization. And, like, even my mom was like, because eventually later on she was like, bro, this is very unorganized. It's hot up in this room I'm in. And yeah, it's just, they're slow too. Like, they're not, like, make haste. Like, basically, that's my annoying father. Like, literally no one was making haste. It was like, oh yeah, go to this section. Boy! What the hell? I'm like, y'all work in a casino and y'all are not making haste in this interview to get people through the system to see if you really want to hire them or not. Like, what the hell? Anyhow, like I said, should have separated 2 groups, had a whole bunch of tables, set them, 10 minutes on the clock. You guys had 2 TVs, screens, use those, and then been like, alright, We're gonna tell you the results. If we call your name, go in this group. If we don't, or if we call your name, go in this group. If we call your name, go in this group. Oh, you didn't get it. Oh, you did get it. They were trying that, like, I don't know. They was just very, very bad. Very bad. Very, very, very bad. They also had, like, they told you there was going to be 2 types. You're either going to get one-on-one interviewed or you're going to get in a panel. And then after that, you're going to take a math test. Well, they didn't tell us that we were taking a math test at all. You go to those things. They're going to pass you either way of you, like, introducing yourself. And then you're going to take a math test. And that's the deciding factor if you're going to get the job. So it's like, bro, they should have got to know us afterwards if we got the job. Because what is this baloney shimoni, like, fakeness almost? Like, I don't know. It's just very, very poor. And I went, and I can make a, what is it called? Sorry, that was my little, what's it called? Cup holder, whatever. I can make an informed decision. I just like making that voice. Don't think too deep about it, alright? It's for the jokes, alright? An informed decision that when I went to the first ever job fair that y'all had, Hard Rock Casino. I can't say it. If you try saying it fast, I can't say it. Anyhow, that, what's it called? It was very, very busy. Reckon I went like an hour or 2 before the first one that they held at the Kern County Fair was about to like close. It was like from like 10 a.m. to like, I think, I don't know, maybe 5, let's say again. And I went like 2 hours before, and of course, like, they might not have any more positions. And like, yeah, I went, and they already said that they had positions filled, and people were still waiting to be called. Like, they had it separated, like, the same as they did when I went to this dealer interview. And yeah, you could just tell it was chaos. And it just seems like the like, all the people who work for them are like fine with the chaos. Like, oh yeah, like, yeah, they would apologize and be like, oh, thank you for being patient, thank you for waiting, you la-di-dee-la-di-dum. And they were handing out waters when I went to the dealer one. I don't know how it is if you went to the one at the Kern County Fair, but from when I went 2 hours like before it was done, I was like, oh hell no, oh. And there's still people like coming, and all you do is like fill out an application, and then they might get back to you because people are gonna call off and on and things like that. So yeah, and then this was basically almost the same, except they had you waiting longer, and it was just disorganized. And they're about to have one on the August 26th and 27th. So if you want to go, that one's gonna be at the Rabobank Arena. I will shout it out because, you know, desperate times call for desperate measures, and we all need a job because, yeah, unfortunately. And what's it called? None of these places are either hiring, or they do crazy stuff like this where it's like, it's not even worth waiting to like see if you have an opportunity to get a job. That's the thing. It's almost like they don't want you to get a job. It's like, oh, I don't know, chat. I don't know. People don't think they got it organized. Like, I don't know. They need me to lock in, and I will be like, I'm actually really shy. I don't really like talking to people outside of the internet. No, I'm playing, I do. But like, I'm not like this outgoing. If you've seen me in person, I'm just kind of just keep to myself, just because, like, I don't know, I try to reserve my energy. That's the best way I can describe it, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like if I give too much of my energy, it's just gonna be like consumed by the wrong people. Not that I surround myself by the wrong people, but just like, I don't know. And I'm also very weary and untrustworthy of people, especially in Bakersfield. But yeah, the people that I do fuck with, like, I fucks with. But yeah, I probably will be going to the one on the 26th, 27th. So, you know, they might not hire me if they ever see this, but I'm just giving a critique. And I'm sorry if there is cussing, but it's just like, I gotta be real with y'all. It was very disorganized, and I can't imagine how the one at the Kern County Fair, I can't imagine how the one's gonna come up with. But hopefully I get a job at Bed Bath & Beyond. Shout out to Ant. Go listen to his weekly Ant podcast, and go to his Instagram. I'll link it down below. But yeah, hopefully I can get a job there at the Tahone Outlets. And yeah, it's just, that was a mess. Also, the second place, that is the worst place. This is just like a re-rant of me ranting on my story last night. from getting back because I was exhausted. My brother hadn't eaten either. Like, we had just gone to this interview and then, like, fucking held out, like, soldiers? I can't even English. And he was dying, bro. He would have passed that math test. Oh, yeah, we both didn't get the job, so we were just like, bruh. He would have passed it, but what's it called? It just didn't happen because, like, he was, like, literally, like, dying from hunger. And he had already had a stomachache, but he was like, I gotta see this through. And I'm like, real? Because he really wanted the job. So, shout out to him. And then we got in and out after. And yeah, my mom had a jolly good time because she checked out the outlets. And she got some Bed Bath & Beyond and some things from H&M. I'm like, period. See, I could have just went shopping for the day, low-key. But yeah, it was too damn long. Basically, that shit went till 6. Like, I'm sorry. If you have the cutoff 1 to 5, like, it's over. Like, they weren't accepting anyone after 5, but, like, it was bad, bro. It was bad. And also, I don't even know if they need that. In my head, I'm like, do you really, like, what is your quota that you have to meet, like, of how many dealers you have to get for the casino? Because in my head, I've never actually even been in a casino, so I feel like the monkey, like, but I feel like there isn't a need for that many dealers. Then again, everyone has a different schedule, so, like, they do need, I don't know, in my head, I'm like, they only need, like, 30, 20, 25, 20 to 30 dealers, ideally, in my head. And there was, like, over, like, 300 people there. So, yeah, anyhow, I'm just yapping it up. But if you ever want to become a dealer at a casino, you will have to be taking a math test. So, and you might have to wait 4+ hours for some baloney. But, yeah, that's what's up. Oh, yeah. Oh, the second place, what I was going to say, the second worst place to ever interview for, and I will be coming for y'all because oh, there goes my cup thingy. Is Dutch Bros. Dutch Bros. I've interviewed for Dutch Bros 3 times. 2 of my friends, shout out to Alexi, shout out to Jade with a Y. They work there, and they're like, respectfully, they're more like shy than me, and I'm like, they got it. Why can't I get it, bro? Like, what the freak? Like, they really, I don't know what, I don't understand. It just, like, baffles me because, like, they're pretty, like, I mean, they're really nice and, like, they'll be like, hey, what's up? Do you want this? Blah, blah, blah. Like, for a job, of course, that's everybody. They have, like, you know, your little code switch. But what's it called? I mean, they are like me, like, where it's like, you're reserved, but then again, like, with the right people, you're like, hey! But I don't know what Dutch Bros criteria is for hiring people, but it's been whack every time I've tried to apply, and it's always in the same place at the Bistro downtown near California, near the oh no, is it on California? Yeah, I think it is on California, where the H&M is, like, the Bistro, like, across from there, behind the Chews. Yeah, it's always been at that place twice that they've held interviews, and I've never gotten it. And I'm like, and the second time I interviewed, I already had, like, 2 years experience in, like, barista. And now I have even more experience because I literally worked at a Starbucks. Reckon it wasn't, like, a Starbucks, but it was in an amusement park, technically like, an off-brand of the Starbucks, you know, like the Starbucks that they have in Target. It's a whole spiel that I don't want to get into. Anywho, like, they don't sell all the products, but yeah, I have experience. Like, bro, what? I don't understand. Like, back then, I also, low-key, I thought it was, like, kind of well, I still do think that a lot of jobs discriminate in terms of hair color and tattoos. Back then, I was not this tatted up. Oh, I ate shit when I was drunk, like, 2 weeks ago. Anyhow, but I was not this tatted up. I think I only had this one, maybe, like, the second time I had the interview, but I didn't have any of my other tattoos. But I have, I think, for the first interview and the second one, either blue hair, and then the second time, I don't know what color hair I had, but I had a different color hair. So I do think low-key that plays a factor, because I've never seen no purple pink hair girl in the Dutch Bros customer service drive-through, like, standing out there. So I feel like they perhaps discriminate on that part. Yogurtland definitely does, because I've literally been interviewed for the Yogurtland. I'm gonna just shout out everybody because what the frick, like, Just to let y'all know, in the Bakersfield area, the Yogurtland near the Target near the Riverwalk, I don't know if they could get, I think now they can get violated. I'm not saying, maybe they did back then. I honestly do think that these places did discriminate me for my hair color. Which is like, bro, really? Because Yogurtland specifically asked me, they were like, oh, would you be willing to change your hair color? And then they didn't even hire me. I've had my other ex-friend be interviewed there as well, and she didn't also get hired. And it's like, bro, because she had like streaks in her hair, which were like, she had brown and I think like pink or blue, but like it was nothing like as mine where it was blue, and my blue wasn't even as vibrant. I swear to God that it wasn't that vibrant back then. But either way, it's like, bro, really? I've had several jobs ask me, hey, can you change your hair color for this job? No, I'm just playing. I actually did lie to them and was like, yeah, because I was that desperate. Like, everyone's this desperate to get a job that, at least for me, I was willing to change my hair color. Now it's back to my, well, I do have highlights because that's how my old hair color was. But for the most part, it's literally looking natural. Unfortunately, I want white colored hair. I want like Kaneki white hair. But I digress. Like, no place. That's like, it's so dumb. Like, out of, like, why would you discriminate someone on the freaking hair color? Or if they have tattoos, like, they stereotype you, and it's like, for what? For what? Even the people that have colored hair in the movies are like baddies and hard workers. Like, look at what's her face from Scott Pilgrim? Is her name Fiona? I forget. I don't remember. I'm sorry. Fake fan. I just know her from Sky High. But yeah, so I'm just like, bro, look at her. She was traveling, serving pizza, being a DoorDash delivery driver type shit. Like, what makes you think I'm not gonna be a hard worker? I feel like that's what they, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. You have colored hair, you're not a hard worker, or you're gonna be lazy, or like it's gonna draw bad attention. And literally the girl from Yogurtland was like, oh yeah, because the owner is very conservative and he don't even live there, he just owns what's in him. I remember every freaking detail. Like, I used to have a list, it's somewhere, I have so many journals because I love journaling. So Clarkin, I'm like freaking light / Hannah Baker. I will write people in my freaking death note, and you will rule the day, Carly Shay. Like, that's really how it is, because it's ridiculous how these people be. Like, they're so weird. I hate Bakersfield. I've been saying I hate Bakersfield. I don't know what I'm gonna title the video, but it might be that I hate Bakersfield and I hate the job system in Bakersfield, because those are like the two things that are making Bakersfield like, everyone's always talking about, oh my god, like, everything's coming up, like, what's it called, we're getting houses, like, it's really grown. It hasn't. Obviously, we are more red, unfortunately, in terms of like political stance. We're more Republican, unfortunately. But I'm just talking about like how we operate things, either on that standard, like how the Yogurtland owner was, or just like they're not like progressive and like changing like the way things are. They're always talking about like it's growing, but it's not growing, because we only have one Panera, we only have like only two Chick-fil-A's, like we have no Balenciaga, we have no Rick Owens, like we don't have, I'm not saying that we should have a lot of consumerist stuff, but I'm saying in order to grow, we need a lot more things, and especially what we need a lot of is more youth activities that are free. I remember when the Boulevard first popped off in Bakersfield and came here, I was like, oh my god, this about to be the new hit spot. Well, guess what you need for it to be a hit spot? Money. Does it look like anybody from the age of freaking 15 to like even 20 got money like that? No, 15 to like 18. Like, these teens don't got it like that. I mean, yeah, thankfully our parents love us. Like, back then. Now my parents still do, but like, what's it called, I'm saying like not everyone got the money to be going out and be doing those things, to even be getting fast food. Like, none of these teens got it like that. Their parents don't got it like that. Respectfully. And you know, it's just like a disservice, because then what are the main places that if you've grown up in Bakersfield, if you were born here like me, from what you've seen, what are the main places that we go to because when you're a teen, because you don't have money? The park, the mall, and the movies. The movies next to the mall. or the movies in general. Like, those are the only things affordable to do and like fun to do. And now even then, I feel bad a little bit, just a little bit, for the people for like the teens at least, that go to the mall and go to the Target near them inside the mall, because now they have a curfew. Which, respectfully, because nowadays these teens, back in my day, but like in the sense that there's a lot of those kids with those bikes, and then they're just like doing wheelies everywhere and like running in front of people and running in front of cars with their bikes, or like with their skateboards or whatever, or just even walking. And it's like, girl, not only are you posing, sir, little boy, are you posing a harm to yourself, but also the people around here. Like, dude, stop. You know what the equivalent of like the boys on bikes doing wheelies is? Men revving their engine. Don't do it. It's icky. Women, girls don't like it. It's an automatically like, ew, get out of my face, bro. Don't even try it. Anyhow, like I was saying, the main places that, like, when you're a teen and you don't have money, you go to the mall, you go to the movies, you go to the park, because that's all there is to do in this town. Please name anything else that there is to do in this town that is free. And don't say the economy, and don't say the flea market. Thankfully, the flea market, shout out to flea market Shardy, for having the flea market free, because I know every other flea market in like LA costs like $5 and up. Shoot, the Melrose I think costs like $6 or something like that. Like, they're trying to tax the thrifting. Thankfully, flea market Shardy hasn't done that, and hopefully will never do that, because that's just gonna be like, bro, because there's needs to be more activities for the youth to do that are free. That, like, if they get like an extra little change from their parents, like $20, which doesn't get you nowhere now, and they go to the free flea market, they can maybe buy a little, like, I don't know, a ring or a matcha. I've seen that there's this girl has her own matcha business. Shout out to her and Bako, and I think she got a trailer now. Anyhow, so there really needs to be like stuff, you know. What are the kids gonna invest into? If they have a little side money, stuff like that. Everyone's into flea market, everyone's into matcha, everyone's into Dubai, La Boo Boo, chocolate, La Fufu, Keshi, Valorant. I'm sorry, I'm just naming off little words. Did I get you though? Did I lie? And yeah, there's not a lot of spaces also downtown. As someone who barely turned 22, but freshly still like drinking age, there's not a lot of stuff to do downtown that is also free for the youth. Like, the only things that are free to do for the youth in Bako is like that are like kind of fun activities that you could probably afford if your mom gave you like an extra $10 spare change. It was like thrifting. Like, there's this thrift store downtown that's across from Santorini's, and then right next to it there's one as well, and those are really cool spots. I used to go there, like, me and my friend Destiny, we would always go downtown in the daytime or the nighttime, just for like like the vibe. You want to be where the vibe is, you want to be where the function is, where the heck the function, and where the people are. You want the community. People want community. And how are we gonna get that? Free activities. More flea markets. More like, I don't know what else. I will also shout out the Kern County Community Shelter for always hosting events like that as well, where they go to like pop-ups and things like that. They had one at the fair, and it was mainly targeted for like animals and stuff like that. I love little events like that. You could go with your friends as well. Those are fun. You get to see cute animals. You can get some little freebies. I went and I got a free Raisins Cane's little chapstick. Like, it was fun and it was free. You can just walk around and look at the stalls. You don't even have to get anything. But yeah, and there's also a bomb lemonade stand there. It was delicious. It had a black lemonade. I've never seen it before. Anywho. Oh, a place that's near there. Sorry, I just gotta go off on this. Noel's Soul Food. What happened to you? There was a place downtown called Noel's Soul Food, and that is like one of the best foods I've ever had in my life. I crave it every day. If he relocated, or if you know what happened to his whereabouts, let me know. I'll buy a plate off of him, because that food was bussin'. I'm so sad it's no longer there. And right next to it, the renovations that they have done is like, I forgot what it's called, but it's this apartment complex that they're giving to, I think, like, not only foster youth, but people like who are homeless, or people who are like don't have enough money or stuff like that, that they're homing. Sorry, I don't remember the full like cause, like their motto and stuff like that, but those apartments are gonna be for people in need. And I'm just like, bro, that's so cool, because I remember it was long ago, like I think 3 or 4 years ago, I went with my ex-friend and we were just hanging out over there. I think we got something to eat, or no, we checked out a thrift store, and then it became dark, and then it used to be like an old, my mom said I think it was an old Melvin's, or I don't remember, but it used to be an old spot. Like, all those places are coming run down, and there's like nothing there to like bring in people, bring in the vibes. And also, I know that side isn't the best, like that whole strip, that street, but hey, we gotta lock in, bring back the good places. Oh, definitely. Let me look up the place. There's this place, there's these people that are trying to make a cat cafe in Bakersfield. Like, that is stuff that is so cool. Like, bro, like, anything helps. If you guys want to donate, let me get the info, because like things like that, like, we don't have anything fun in Bakersfield. I'm sorry to say, but we don't have nothing like fun like that. Like, we don't have like themed cafes that I know of. Things like that. Like, in my time that I lived in Norwalk last year, because I used to work at Knott's Berry Farm, in like the Fullerton, basically on the Orange County side. I went to this cool like foresty Dungeons and Dragons cafe spot. Reckon it didn't have the best boba, I'm gonna be honest, but it was like the vibes. Like, yeah, you're gonna waste like probably like $7 on something that might not even hit, but it's like for the vibes. Anywho, where's this cat cafe, bro? I'm trying to shout y'all out. Anyhow, I'll find it and I'll leave it in the description, because they do need donations and they want to shelter cats that are on the kill list, and also like you know, they want to rehome and like bring cats that are in need and like reshelter. I think that's what. Anyhow, also volunteer at your local animal shelter. I fostered the 2 cats that I have now, Pixie and Pumpkin. And even if you don't end up keeping the animals that you foster, at least you give them a home and you let them re-stabilize, because like with my cats, they had like eye infections and they're like half blind in one eye, and like it helps them get them out of the shelter so that another animal can be in there, and that they don't get on the kill list. And I feel like that's the main thing. I feel like definitely you youth, and also it's great for your freaking resume. Like, it's great to be volunteering or fostering, and you could say stuff like that. Babysitting you could be babysitting animals, you could be babysitting babies, you could be babysitting a house with nothing in it. Like, bro, there's lots of things that you can do that for your job, like bringing it back to the job stuff, things like that. And anyhow, I don't know, I'm just ranting on and on. But that's something like, bro, jobs, we're in our flop era. Bakersfield is in its flop era. Like, I feel like the only thing that's beneficial for Bakersfield right now, because it's benefiting the adults of Bakersfield, the new homes and the cheap homes, which also, I know it's not technically Bakersfield, but the Tahone Outlets apartments are ridiculously priced, bro. I know they're trying to sell, the selling point is like, oh, you're on the cusp. Like, if you live in Bakersfield, then you could be right there. But if you have your job in LA, then it's like easy to commute, basically. Or like, if you live in LA and you want cheaper rent, then like that's cheaper. Like, they're trying to get LA people or Baker people to be like living in those apartments. Bro, 200 bands for like a studio or for like a 1-bedroom, and you don't even live in LA or Bakersfield. I'ma have to pass. No. My main thing is I would love to live in LA. The short time that I lived in Orange County, bro, it wasn't a blast. When I went recently, like 2 weeks ago, because I was gonna go see one of my favorite bands, Bad Sons. What's it called? It just reminded me, like, damn, I need to lock in. And also, like, there's so much to do out there. Like, in Bakersfield, you can drive like 10 minutes and you could already meet the edge, and like it's already over. LA, it's endless. Like, it feels like it's never ending of things to do, free and not free, and just like, yeah, the driving and the traffic sucks, but as someone who was there for like half a year, I would rather deal with all the traffic than like have nothing to do. Like, you know what I mean? I hope I'm making a point there, but oh, I didn't use it as much as to my advantage when I did live there, because I only had like 2 friends. Shout out to Mel. Shout out to freaking Vanessa. Sorry. Shout out to Scribble Tea Shop. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't have any friends. I really tried. I feel like I did try, but I don't know if people... I was very quiet. I will say, like, I could have put myself out there more, but, like, I was, like, nervous. I was, like, I'm new here. I kind of had the Delulu thought of, like, how the movies be, where it's, like, hello, New York! Like, hello, I'm the new girl. Like, everyone wants to be friends with me. Everyone wants to know my lore. Everyone wants to get to know me. Bro, everybody already had their clicks. They did not give a fuck. They said, get the fuck out of my face, bro. I said, oh, okay. I don't know. Like I said, maybe I wasn't putting myself out there, or maybe people just didn't fuck with the vibe. Like, you're a transplant, get the fuck out. Because people supposedly are like that in LA and OC. And it's like, bro, I'm just here trying to catch a vibe. Like, I'm trying to, like, meet new people, see the area. But I genuinely do miss living there. I didn't get to, like, go out and, like, drink and, like, party. Not that that's, like, a main thing. But, like, that... When I went recently, and we went to Fullerton, and we went to, what is the place called? I don't know, it had some funny name, but it's like in downtown Fullerton. It's like on the corner, next to a comic shop, in this one cafe I went to before. When I went to that club, it was so fun. It was like 2000s music. They had one section where they were playing like Nicki Minaj and like Airbnb, you know what I mean, anyhow, hip-hop and like that type of music, and like Lady Gaga, she was like, oh, you know. And then the other room, they were playing like, I was about to say disco girl coming through, that girl is you. No, I'm playing, but like David Bowie, Queen, The Cure, The Smiths, like they literally were like, show me, dude. Like they were playing that in the other room, and I was like, this is a vibe. This is, bro, I can't say how much LA people, OC people who live in that freaking general area are so lucky. Y'all don't appreciate it. And bro, there's these kids that, what's it called, there were so many young people there, and underage as well. Y'all need to check these IDs more, because I guess it's common over there to get fake IDs. But I was talking to some people, and they were like barely like 18, like y'all not even drinking age. I was like, oh hell no. Anywho, they were trying to like get us to get them a bottle like the next day. I was like, yeah, no. I'm not finna. If I couldn't at 18 get a bottle and go drinking, like, nah, you gotta suffer, bro. Like, these kids ain't suffering enough. They're just automatically, even before 18, are starting to drink now. I'm like, oh hell no. Where is your mother? Because what the heck? I didn't even think about like drinking. I had an ex-friend who was an alcoholic for sure, who was already like drinking by like 16, 17. I'm like, damn. You say your parents love you, but like, you're an alcoholic, bro. They should be preventing this. I'm like, oh my god. Anywho, that's just the tea. I'm just saying. Yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like something's chemically wrong if you're trying to drink. Like, I know we all depressed and stuff and got anxiety and all this shmaloney. I genuinely deal with it. Trust me. But I will say, like, bro, do not resort to drinking or drugs, bro. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do it. I should do like this, bro. My double chin showing. I need to, like, low-key hide it. Good. Sorry, you will hear me say that in this video and the next. Anywho, we're about at 40 minutes. I don't know how long YouTube will let me, I don't know why I'm getting stuffy nose, like, excuse me? But we're gonna check the prompts, because I put on, Instagram, what would you want to ask me, / like, what should I talk about on the podcast? Ooh, one of my friends My friends. Oh, shout out to, like I said, I was talking about Ant. He said, let's talk about dating and the T app and who you found. Give us the deets. And then my other friend, sorry, I shouldn't be shouting them out on who's asking this. Sorry, Anthony. He's a fellow podcaster. He'll understand. I'll let the other person be anonymous, but they also said the T app. Here, let me. I'm so bad. I'm sorry. Anywho, I'm sorry if you got low key. What's it called? Exposed. Not even exposed, bro. Sorry, they got your location. They got your coordinates right now. You're cooked. Anywho, the T app, bro. Bro, I want to low key do a whole separate dating, love life talk for a video, because here, I'll show you. I'll give you a sneak peek. I'm actually going to probably end this soon. And then the next video, which you'll literally see me in the same attire, I'm going to be talking about the T app and dating and love life in general and mine. So, if you're interested in that, then watch the next one. But what I will say, a little sneak peek. This is my, like I said, I was saying, bitch, I got a death note. I got a Hannah Baker. I'm writing notes. I'm writing names. You all will rule the day. But basically, this, I started it last year when I was in LA, but I've really been writing it, and I low-key thought I wrote more. I'm like halfway, I guess. But talking about love, talking about different people, I'm low-key so delusional. People know me that I'm sorry, I'm gassy, bro. I'm sorry, this Dutch bros, they doing me dirty. They said, you're gonna talk about us? We're gonna make you fucking burp and fart and pause. Anyhow. But basically, yeah, I've been writing since last year about my love life and about love and different things like that because, bro, it has been a journey. I feel like I don't know how to woman. I don't know how this love life, dating shit works. And it feels so embarrassing, but at the same time, it's like, well, it is an experience. You know, some shit can really be upsetting and, like, disheartening in terms of, like, how I view people and how I view the males, the men in general, but, like, it's just an experience. Like my parents always say, like, it's an experience. You just gotta, like, you gotta take shit with a grain of salt. I can't even English, bro. I'm tweaking! But, yeah, it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt nonetheless when shit happens, or, like, when you're trying to figure stuff out, when you're trying to become an adult, when you're trying to have a love life, and you're trying to figure that stuff out, like, it doesn't. It's like, it's a struggle for everybody. And it sucks, especially with, like, hookup culture and different things like that. And, yeah, I talk about that in my book. I talk about that in my journal. And, I'll talk about it in the next podcast because we are at, like, 42 minutes. Like, I don't know how, I know last time YouTube let me upload this at, like, 40 minutes, but I don't know how long it'll give me. So, I'll talk about that stuff in the next, video. So, thank you guys so much for listening. Sorry if I was going on tangents for like a while. I'm backing at it. Yapping it up. I used to actually yap it up a lot when I was growing up in middle school. Yeah, when I started my YouTube channel. And I would do stuff like this, and I would do my makeup, or I would just be like, and yap it up. And I'm glad I'm getting back into this, and that the people, my friends, they enjoy this type of stuff, and hopefully new people too will enjoy this. So yeah. My name is Jessica. You can follow me on jessiesdead on Instagram, jessies.dead, and then you'll see me on other platforms. I'll link it down below. But I hope you enjoyed, and bye!